And because I'm carrying his child.
Tom McMaster isn't your son. He's mine.
She drowned. Deliberately, or otherwise. Either way, she's gone.
Dave!
What God has joined, men shall not divide.
Amen.
Jono, maybe this whole thing's crazy. What if someone recognizes me?
It's not a game. I want you to marry me, Jilly.
What was that?
Your con man. I sent him out to get us some breakfast.
With a gun, is that wise?
Might give the wildlife a bit of a laugh. I don't think he can do us any harm.
No, except perhaps to himself.
Hey, they're mine.
Yes, that's right. It needed washing.
Now, look here, young woman. I do my own laundry, always have. And if I ever decide to take in a washerwoman, you can bet your sweet life she won't be as good looking as you.
Now, you listen here. If I want to earn my keep, I will.
All right, you can come into town with me and we can pick up some supplies.
No, thanks.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I'd just rather not.
What are you afraid of?
Everything. If this is being dead, I'm beginning to enjoy it.
Now, look here, young woman, you've got a lot to do. All right, you don't have to go into town today, but you've got to go back sometime and sort things out sooner or later.
Are you throwing me out?
If I have to.
There we are, Jessica. Won't be long now.
Don't remind me.
You're not still afraid?
And none of your reassuring bedside manner either. Don't expect me to stop being frightened at the last minute.
All right. But...
And no buts. I'm very grateful to you, Dan.
It is my job.
It's a lot more than that. After Stephanie, well, I wasn't sure if you'd ever operate again.
God knows I considered it.
That would have been another tragedy. And not just for my sake.
Perhaps not. 8 years ago, I changed Stephanie's life by changing her face. It started a chain of events that led to her death. And now here I am, about to change your life.
But I want you to. Like she did. Oh, Dan. Dan, I want to.
Come on, you've all seen enough surgery to know what effect anesthetics can have.
Doesn't mean that she's lying, though.
What, silly? Let's get on with it.
Oh, Tom, I wish you were better. What am I going to do? I still love you. Angelo, what are you doing here?
Still looking for an answer.
Oh, you too? Next you'll be wondering about the meaning of life.
I want to marry you, Sarah. And I'll go on asking till you say yes.
Angelo, I can't.
Why? I love you, Sarah.
There's no future in that.
Why not? Because of him?
Yes, because of him. And because I'm carrying his child.
Last can of beer. I'll toss you for it.
You can share it.
Can you really eat that sort of stuff?
Dave will be back with fresh supplies in the morning. You're missing your smoked salmon and caviar.
No, but have you seen the date stamp on some of it? Please use before the First World War.
Don't you like it here?
It's terrific, if you're into purgatory. We've got things to do, Steph.
Now, look here. I agreed to play dead, but only to give myself time to think. I never said I'd buy into one of your ridiculous scams.
Ridiculous? It's nothing less than brilliant.
But it means more lies, more double-dealing, more pain for everyone around me.
Has to be better than hanging around waiting for the coroner.
Well, you don't have to stay.
Then I won't. Oh, I'll come back if I have to, once you've decided. But I have to get to Sydney.
Your tailor or your stockbroker?
No, I've got a son who doesn't know I exist.
You never mentioned him?
Oh, and perhaps I should have. But I figured you'd had enough frights for a while.
What on earth has your son got to do with me?
Tom McMaster isn't your son. He's mine.
Are you saying you won't stay the night because of Olive?
I suppose I am, yes. I don't even like turning my back on her, so you can imagine how I feel about taking my trousers down while she's around.
It's not easy to get rid of.
It's up to you. I'll see you tomorrow.
You sure there's nothing I can do to keep you?
Good night, Julie.
Oh, Olive, don't ever do that to me again.
And don't you take too much notice of Jake Sanders.
Still listening at keyholes.
I mean it, Julie. You still need protection, especially against Sanders.
That's your sworn statement, remember? You saying that Jake paid you to do all those terrible things to Stephanie? I think that's protection enough. From both of you.
What are you saying?
You've admitted to attempted murder. So next time you try to tell me what to do, remember, I've got that affidavit. I don't need you, and you don't need that statement getting to the police.
You try to send me back to prison, Julie, and I'll take you with me.
Really? I thought you would have exhausted your limited supply of dirty tricks by now. Funny how our friend the snake made no further appearances after I'd agreed to let you stay.
Are you accusing me?
No. Accusation implies a possibility of doubt. I know you were responsible. Take care, Olive.
So if Tom's not my son, then my child's still out there somewhere.
Do you want to get into that?
I'm going to have to sooner or later.
One catastrophe at a time, eh?
Well, anyway, it must have been wonderful news for Sarah.
Yeah, I suppose Tom did tell her.
Well, why wouldn't he? Of course he told her.
So why don't we slip down to Sydney and check it out?
You ratbag. Do you know where my son is?
No, but I'll find him if that's what you want.
And I'm going to have to let Amal know that he's not Tom's father.
Hey, one thing at a time. Your Sheikh of Araby doesn't even know you're still alive.
I can't keep this up. Amal, Tom and Sarah, Dennis. I'm doing a terrible thing.
Hey, no hasty decisions, okay? I'll just slip down to Sydney, check it out, and then maybe we'll decide.
Tell me something. What's in this for you?
Well, you haven't got any money left, and I'm obviously not going to get you into bed. So it must just be for the hell of it. So why don't you come down to Sydney with me?
No, not yet. I'm not ready for it yet.
Nobody ever has to know the baby's not mine, except the family, of course. We'll say it's premature.
Angelo, have you thought this through properly? Are you absolutely sure?
Sass, I love you. I want to be with you, always. Even if I didn't, there is no way I could stand by and see you do something you'd regret forever.
And the fact that the baby's not really yours?
It will be.
Or the way I still feel about Tom?
Just say yes.
Angelo, it wouldn't be fair to you.
I'd be getting everything I wanted. Please, Sarah, marry me.
Yes.
I know. You'll be damned if you're going to wake for anything less than a prince.
Well, even if I say so myself, it's quite a good job.
I'm sure it is. Thank you, Dan.
Well, I'll call by and see you later.
Dan, I believe I owe you an apology.
You do?
I heard one of the nurses talking, and apparently I came on a little strong under the anesthetic.
Jessica, I can assure you that compared with some of my patients, you behave perfectly.
Oh, pity. I was rather hoping I'd chased you around the theater.
Oh? Why?
Maybe that's how I really feel.
You'll have me struck off the medical register.
Yes, I might.
Hello?
Don't tell me. I know you. I'm sure I do.
I'm sorry I haven't been in to see you before now, Jess.
Yes, I'm sure you are, Julie.
If you'll excuse me.
You don't have to bother with this charade of the affectionate aunt. It's not fooling anyone.
Perhaps I mean it. I'd like you to come back and live at Eden when you get out of hospital.
I don't believe this. You've got what you've always wanted. The money, the power.
Perhaps it wasn't what I wanted at all.
Are you lonely, Jilly? Is that it? No one to share it with?
Poor Jilly.
These contracts could do with your prompt attention, if you can spare the time.
Okay, what do we got?
Morbid reading, isn't it? You'd be better off concentrating on the here and now. What's the problem, Jake? No challenge anymore? The battle's been won and you can't be bothered administrating the peace?
Do you believe your mother took her own life?
What?
I can't see it. Stephanie was too tough for that. Oh, I know there were reasons. Reasons good enough for anyone else, but Stephanie?
What's the point now?
She might not even be dead. This might simply be a smokescreen, part of some sort of grand plan. Interesting thought, eh?
I'll admit I never quite accepted the suicide theory, but I can't believe she's pretending to be dead.
She did it before, though, didn't she?
I don't think she was likely to make a habit of it. Wishful thinking, Jake.
Perhaps.
She drowned. Deliberately, or otherwise. Either way, she's gone.
Well, you're learning.
Trying.
You'll be jumping my claims soon.
So you think I'd make an opal miner then?
You could, but you won't.
Why not?
You got better things to do with your life.
You got a direct line to God then, have you?
Well, someone's got to bring you down to earth.
Now, I would have thought this was about as down to earth as you could get. You know, Dave, for a nice guy, you really are a pain sometimes.
Well, we all have a cross to bear.
Why should I go back? Tell me. There's nothing I miss.
There's a few people I know that miss you.
Yeah, well, they don't need me.
Maybe. But I think Sarah would like you down there for the wedding. I just got the tail end of it on the radio. You might be dead, but you and yours are still very much in the news.
Well, Tom doesn't let the grass grow under his feet, does he? Good on him.
Well, we better make tracks. It'll be getting dark before we get back to the hut as it is.
Cassie.
Dennis! Oh, damn.
You need a magnet.
Oh, forget it. Leave him.
Hungry? I thought we could go to the bistro for lunch.
Oh, look, I'd really love to, but I'm trying to fill in for one of the dressmakers at the moment. Why the change of heart?
What about?
Me. You haven't been near me since I did that awful thing to Jessica.
Sarah made me realise why you did it.
Oh, jealousy's no excuse. I'm so ashamed of myself.
Come on, we've all done things we're not proud of.
I really would like to go to lunch with you, but I've just got too much to do before Jilly comes sailing in.
Giving you a hard time, is she?
She brings out the worst in me.
I know what you mean. Jake Sanders has exactly the same effect on me. Maybe if we got together, we could do something about it.
How do you mean?
I'm not sure yet. Must be some way of putting your expertise with computers to use.
Dennis, that's not why you're being so nice to me, is it?
Oh, of course not. Listen, how about lunch tonight? Call it dinner. And I promise I'll keep it strictly pleasure.
You've won me.
See ya. Sass, what are you doing in enemy headquarters?
Why did you do it, Dennis? Don't bother trying to deny it. When I heard the report on the radio, I rang the station and they told me that you gave them the story.
Sorry, Sass. I was going to ask you, but I was sure you'd say no.
You bet I would. Dennis, you know we've been trying to avoid any publicity about this wedding. With Mum's disappearance, it's the last thing any of us need.
It was because of Mum I did it. What? Dan and you, and everyone else. You've just written her off, all except Jake Sanders, of all people.
Dennis, she's dead.
We don't know that. They didn't find a body. Now, what if she's lying low somewhere?
Why would she do that?
I don't know. She's got her own reasons. But I can't believe that she would walk into the sea without intending to come out again.
No, of course not. But I can't believe she'd do what you're suggesting, not without telling us.
Yeah, but if she did, and she heard the news that her only daughter was getting married, she'd want to come back.
This is crazy. If you really wanted big publicity, you should have given the media the full story. Stefani Harpur's daughter pregnant to her half-brother.
Don't be stupid. I'm not trying to ruin your life. I'm trying to get Mum back.
You really think there's a chance?
Only a small one. But if she is alive, she's going to need our help to get this company back. We are going to have to think about that.
Don't count on it, will you, Den? Just in case you're wrong.
Sarah, darling, I just heard the news. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jilly.
Dan must be thrilled, and Stephanie, well, how pleased she would have been for you.
Yes.
Now, you must let me do something nice for you.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Nonsense, I want to. I know. Tara's can make your bridal gown. It'll be my wedding gift.
Thank you.
And you are having a wedding at Eden.
I hadn't thought that far ahead.
But you always wanted to get married at Eden. I remember you saying so.
I don't want to put you to any trouble.
Oh, Sass, please let me help. I've always been so very fond of you.
I'll talk it over with Dan and let you know.
I'm sure he'll agree. It's what Stephanie would have wanted.
Tara? It's not easy, is it? You think you can forget, lock things away. But they're always there, waiting for a quiet moment to slip back and mess up your head.
Know it all, don't you?
You don't have to be a mind reader to know what you're thinking.
Dave!
Good girl.
Oh, God.
It's all right.
Oh. Now let's take a look at it. Oh, my God.
It's a bad one, eh?
It's pretty deep. You're losing a lot of blood.
Well, here, use this to stop the bleeding. Tear it, girl. Just rip it.
Oh, we're going to have to get help, and quickly.
Yes, well, here, use this too. Now, tighten the bandage as much as you can.
Now, can you point me back to the hut so I can radio for help?
Well, you'll have to take the boat.
How?
Well, there it is, on the other side. You'll have to swim for it. Well, even if you went overland and got back to the hut, I don't think we could stop the bleeding for that long. All right, girl, I'll go. I don't think any self-respecting croc would go for my old hide.
No, Dave, you can't. I'll get it.
All right. All right, girlie, now you be careful. You can do it.
You just keep that bandage tight. Okay, I'll finish it.
I can't ask you to do this, Tara.
Saying's woman's work, right?
Well, 2 more should do it.
Okay, well, look away.
Why?
Just don't watch me.
That's a waste. It's the real stuff.
You can bet John I didn't pay for it. Well, that should hold until the flying doctor gets here.
I don't think we need him. You've done him out of a job.
I'd still like a second opinion. Now, I'll make us some coffee, strong enough to stand the spoon up in.
Tara, there's something you should know. There's no crocs in this part of the river, never have been.
You rotten...
But you went in, didn't you?
Yeah, but only because
Only because you had to. If you can do that, girl, there's nothing you couldn't come at.
Well, your lady friend's not much of a seamstress, but you did the trick. This infection was your biggest worry. Looks like the brandy took care of that.
I wish there'd been some left over to take care of me.
You just try and keep off your feet for a couple of days, eh? Then in a week or so, come into town and we'll get the stitches out.
Like hell, you're taking me into hospital right now.
What? I've known you to be a candidate for the last rites and I haven't been able to get you to hospital. You're slowing down or something?
Don't you believe it?
You've got your lady friend here to look after things.
Look, if I'm not here, she won't have any excuse to stay, will she?
What are you doing there? Oh, Cassie, it's going to be wonderful.
Wear it once, stick it in a closet, and no one ever sees it again.
Oh, Dennis, where's your sense of romance?
Yeah, Dennis, what happened to it? You can slip out of it now, Sarah.
Get rid of those and I'll show you.
Show me what?
My sense of romance.
Down, boy. I'm a working girl, remember?
Talking of working, I've come up with an idea.
Oh?
About taking Jake Sanders for a ride financially.
I don't see how.
I do. I've got it all planned.
Really? I'll help Sarah.
Hello there. I thought you'd be still under wraps.
Well, I am, sort of.
I couldn't manage to keep her in hospital a day longer.
And I couldn't wait to see Sarah's wedding dress. I'll give you a preview in a minute, and then we have to choose your bridesmaid's outfit. Oh, great. I didn't realize you decided on Eden. Pardon? According to the invitation. Wedding and reception.
Jilly sent these out already?
Jilly? What the hell's she got to do with it?
Did you agree to get married there, Sass?
No. Well, Jilly offered, but I guess she assumed I'd accept.
You give Jilly an inch and she'll take a mile. I'm going to ring her right now. I'll tell her that it's just not on.
No, Dan, wait.
You're not going to put up with it.
It's what Mum would have wanted. Besides, I always imagined I'd be married at Eden one day.
Well, if that's what you want.
It is. Please don't make a fuss. I really think Jilly genuinely wants to do something nice for me.
Genuinely? Jilly? All the orange blossoms have gone to your head, Sass.
Yeah? Someone to see you. Oh, Jake! Come and join me for a champagne breakfast.
Some of us managed to get up before we start all this.
Oh, seems the best place to start or end. Anything. Oh, thank you very much, Olive. If I need you, I'll call.
I won't hold my breath.
She's still here.
Oh, don't nag, Jake.
This arrived on my desk this morning.
Yes, the invitation to my niece's wedding.
I must say it's very noble of you to let her hold it here. What's up your sleeve?
Only me? Oh, come on, Jake. I like Sarah. She is family and blood is thicker and all that.
You're mellowing. We all do in the end. I've got a proposition for you. In keeping with the general air of sweetness and light around here at the moment.
Sounds intriguing.
How about a change of name to match that new image of yours? Sanders suits you rather well. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
You want me to laugh at your little jokes? Save them till we finish the champagne. You were joking.
No.
Isn't that taking the game a little too far?
It's not a game. I want you to marry me, Jilly.
I don't want to complain.
But you will anyway.
But everyone makes such an almighty fuss on the damn food. Bully beef and beans sounds very appetizing.
Oh, Dave, it's going to be so hard to go back.
Oh, you'll cope, girl, you'll cope. Decided what you're going to do first?
No. I'm still not sure about Jono's idea.
Well, you are going to need these. Now, I'm not going to take no for an answer. You earned them.
Oh, Dave, I can't let you do this. Not a second time.
Nonsense.
Well, as a loan, all right?
All right, no. Yeah.
What's this?
For the scheme, if it goes ahead. Leases for the worst 500,000 acres God ever created.
No, Dave.
Now, go on, take them. You'll need it to make it work. Nah, don't let's drag it out.
Oh, Dave, I owe you so much. Even this. Getting yourself put in here to toss me out of the nest.
Yeah, it's good to see that brain of yours in top gear again. You're gonna need it, girlie. Go on. On your bike, Tara.
You're the only one who calls me that now.
Tara Wells is long overdue for resurrection.
I'm still not sure. I just knew I had to come back.
Well, with or without you?
Have you seen Tom yet?
No, I'm saving that.
Avoiding it, you mean?
Be fair, I've had my work cut out following the beautiful Jilly.
Oh, yes. How is my charming sister? Have you seen her with Dan yet?
Yes, I have seen them together, but she seems to be spending as much time with Jake Sanders.
Playing both ends against the middle, eh? That'd be Jilly.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Yes, all right, we'll do it. I'm still not convinced it'll work, though.
Of course it'll work. You're not dealing with any old con man here, you know.
That's what worries me.
Come on, whatever happens, it's got to be fun.
Whatever happens, someone will get hurt. That's the only certainty.
Oh, Steph. Will you never learn? That soft heart of yours, that's what got you into this mess in the first place.
When are you going to talk to Tom?
If I told him now, I could ruin the whole scam. Besides, Sarah and he are probably up to their necks in wedding plans.
You're just afraid of facing him, aren't you?
Well, it's not every day you become a dad.
No, it's not every day your daughter gets married either. Oh, Jono, I wish I could be there.
No way.
What the hell do you think you're playing at?
It's the only way I could make sure they didn't recognise you.
You don't miss a chance, do you? Jono, I want to go to the wedding.
It's too risky.
It seems the only way, Tom. If things had been different... Oh, Bill.
Tom would be the first to wish you happiness.
I didn't want...
I know. Good luck this afternoon. I'm sorry Rena and I won't be there. But with everything that's happened, we thought it best.
Of course, I understand.
The next wedding could be ours.
Till death us do part. What should I wear, my black funeral number?
I love you, Jilly.
The bride is traditionally late.
Well, let's hope she's not going to change her mind.
She wouldn't do that to you, mate.
Dad.
Tom. Thank God. You're awake. Thank God.
Is Sarah here?
No.
I've got to see her. It's important. I talked to the nuns. She's not my sister.
No, Tom.
Will you get up for me, please? I've got to tell her.
Yes. Yes, Sister Bernadette. Thank you very much. It's true, Tom.
Dad, you've got to stop the wedding.
Please, you mustn't upset yourself.
I'll go right away.
My dear friends, you have come together in this place so that the Lord may seal and strengthen your love in the presence of the church's minister and this gathering.
It was my grandmother's, and I promised it to Sarah on her wedding day.
But how? You'll blow everything.
Just trust me. My daughter and your son, do you realize we'll be related?
It's not quite the relationship I had in mind. Watch your step, old lady.
I, Sarah, take you, Angelo, to be my lawful husband. I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health. I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
You have declared your strength before God. May the Lord in his goodness strengthen your consent.
Excuse me.
What God has joined, men shall not divide. You may kiss your wife, Angelo.
Angelo?
Cheers.
Thanks. Sarah looks wonderful, doesn't she?
So do you.
Hi. I wanted to apologise for what happened at Tara's that time. I've hated myself ever since.
Forget it. I'm trying to. Dan looks like he needs rescuing. Excuse me.
I tried.
Yeah, thanks.
That idea you mentioned about ripping Jake off, want to tell me more about it?
Let's talk outside.
Jilly, thank you for letting us have the wedding at Eden. It wouldn't have been half as nice anywhere else.
My pleasure, darling.
The perfect setting. You'll have to keep it in mind just in case there are any other weddings in the family.
Sarah, Angelo, congratulations.
I suppose you think my seeing little Sarah all in white has softened me up.
Yes?
Well, I must admit to a sentimental twinge or two.
Ready to take the plunge yourself?
Depends on the terms of the contract.
I told you, no terms. Just you and I, married.
I've been thinking about the engagement ring. I like diamonds and rubies. Big ones.
Ladies and gentlemen, the food looks good enough to eat. So I suggest we do just that.
Come on, I'm hungry, aren't you?
I'm starving. What is it, Sass?
A ring. It was Mother's.
How did it get there?
Michael, clean up this mess.
Don't say anything to anyone.
It wasn't Tom.
What?
She didn't marry Tom.
Can't it be annulled or something? She only did it because she thought I was her brother.
She wouldn't have agreed to marry Angelo if she didn't care for him. I'm sorry, Tom. It's too late.
You'll be right. A Miles plane will be waiting for you at Bahrain.
Jono, maybe this whole thing's crazy. What if someone recognizes me?
Steph.
Yes, I know. I agreed to go through with it, and I will. Just as long as Amal's there to help.
He promised you anything, didn't he?
I wish I knew what had happened with Sarah and Tom.
Probably like I said. By the time Tom got back with the good news, Sarah had decided to marry Angelo.
Doesn't make sense.
The happy couple.
Why do I get the impression that she's not blissfully happy?
Maternal instinct working overtime. Come on.